It didn't have to be this way. You left me no choice. But the only way to understand how we got here is to start from the beginning. There's only one more thing to say.
The global music industry was officially shaken to its absolute core. A massive shockwave rippled through the digital world. In a matter of minutes. Not through a closed-door press conference or an official statement to traditional media, but directly from the personal Instagram accounts of all 7 BTS members, and across every official social media channel of HYBE, at a time when millions of fans around the world were eagerly anticipating the return of the biggest group on the planet, to the most prestigious music award stage on Earth. BTS and HYBE took the most radical step in modern entertainment history. One by one, the members of BTS uploaded the exact same statement to their Instagram stories and feeds. A statement that was short, firm, and cold. Suga posted a plain black screen with the caption, "Our music is made for the human beings who listen with their hearts, not for judges who evaluate with prejudice." RM, the leader, posted a sharp quote, "We have given this academy enough time. Today, our art no longer requires validation from your trophy." Jimin, V, Jungkook, J-Hope, and Jin simultaneously posted similar messages, rejecting every nomination and performance invitation for the 2027 Grammy Awards. Instagram posts that, in less than an hour, reached tens of millions of likes and broke engagement records across the entire platform. At the exact same time, HYBE, the music label behind BTS, closed any room for negotiation through an official statement on their corporate Instagram and social media accounts. HYBE firmly declared 100% support for their artist's decision, and officially cancelled all broadcasting and event collaborations with the Recording Academy. Inside the boardrooms of entertainment executives in Los Angeles, the room went instantly dead silent. How could a group that once poured their blood, sweat, and tears just to gain recognition on the most elite stage in America suddenly turn around and crumble that very stage through a few Instagram posts? This is not merely a story about turning down an award. This is the story of the most elegant act of defiance in the history of global pop culture. To understand why this moment on Instagram was so devastating in 2027, we have to go back in time, to a time when 7 young men from South Korea were forced to bow before an industry that never truly wanted them. The year was 2019. Do you remember the very first time BTS walked the red carpet at the Grammy Awards? Back then, they were not there as major nominees. The Recording Academy realized one thing very quickly. The name BTS was a goldmine for their rapidly declining television ratings. Millions of young people from every corner of the planet drove the show's stream count to record-breaking highs. The mainstream media praised their presence. Yet behind the scenes, they were relegated to presenting an award for a mere 40 seconds. A sweet bait used to capture millions of viewing eyes. The year was 2020. BTS returned. This time, they took the stage to perform. But did they get a stage of their own? No. They were placed in a brief collaborative performance, as if the biggest name in the world at that moment was still not worthy enough to hold their own solo stage. The years 2021 and 2022. Dynamite and Butter shattered every record in the history of music broadcasting. 2 tracks that dominated the Billboard charts for months. 2 songs played in every corner of every city on the planet. Everyone knew those years belonged to them. Nominated twice. Twice they were forced to sit in that audience, watching their names being called only to be passed over. Do you remember the look on their faces as the camera panned to them in the audience? Polite smiles attempting to conceal deep disappointment. A disappointment not because they craved a trophy, but because they realized a painful truth. The Grammys never intended to give them that award. The Grammys simply needed BTS's performance slot during peak broadcast hours, before handing the actual trophy to local Western artists. BTS had been used as the ultimate publicity tool in modern broadcasting history. Every year, the same narrative was repeated. Every year, millions of fans were given false hope. And every year, the Recording Academy capitalized on that hope. 4 multi-million-dollar sponsorship deals. However, the executives in Los Angeles forgot one crucial thing. These 7 young men were not going to be exploited forever. They possessed a direct line to hundreds of millions of people without needing Western media intermediaries. And that channel was their very own social media accounts. After completing their mandatory military service and executing the most anticipated global reunion in music history, BTS returned at the absolute peak of their power in 2026 and 2027. The world bowed before them. Their album sales reached unimaginable numbers. Their world tour sold out major stadiums across 5 continents in a matter of minutes. The 2027 Grammy Awards was designed by organizers as the ultimate BTS comeback. Event organizers had prepared massive promotional campaigns. Prime broadcast slots were set aside. Giant corporate sponsors signed multi-million-dollar contracts. Under one assumption: BTS would show up and save their collapsing viewership figures. And then the Instagram bomb dropped. This public act of rejection on Instagram by the members in HYBE was not driven by explosive anger, nor was it petty revenge. It was a cold, calculated, and devastatingly effective modern communication strategy. By speaking directly to the public on Instagram, BTS completely bypassed the narrative machine usually controlled by American media. They gave the heads of the Grammys no room to craft excuses or damage control. The impact of this synchronized social media move hit the entertainment industry like a tsunami. Within hours of HYBE's and the members' posts going live, one major sponsor after another pulled out of the 2027 Grammy Awards. Ad slot prices for the live broadcast plummeted dramatically. Boycott hashtags dominated the #1 trending spot worldwide on all digital platforms. Millions of people canceled their subscriptions to the broadcast network. For the first time in its 60-plus-year history, the Grammy Awards faced a horrifying truth. BTS did not need their porcelain trophy. They were the ones on their knees, needing BTS to remain relevant to the world. This open refusal exposed every layer of hypocrisy previously hidden beneath the red carpet. The hypocrisy of an institution claiming to be the arbiter of global music quality, when in reality it was nothing more than an exclusive, closed, and xenophobic club. Why was this decision so shocking to the world? 'Cause for the past decade, the Asian music industry was always positioned as the party begging for Western validation, expected to adapt to their language, expected to conform to their aesthetic standards, and expected to be grateful for even a breadcrumb of attention. Through this 2027 Instagram boycott, BTS permanently dismantled that outdated hierarchy. They proved to artists across the globe that your social media and your direct connection with your fans are infinitely more powerful than any award show stage. You do not need to chase validation from an institution that does not respect you. You can define your own standard of success, and you hold the absolute power to say no. Choosing to publicly decline attendance on Instagram was an act of self-respect by BTS, and above all, a tribute to the millions of fans who stood by them from day one. They refused to be turned into a sideshow once again, just to satisfy American television viewership metrics. On the night of the 2027 Grammy Awards, when that stage in Los Angeles feels cold, empty, and devoid of relevance, BTS will not be there. They will likely be in a stadium in Seoul, Tokyo, or Jakarta, singing and dancing alongside hundreds of thousands of people who truly love them, under an endless ocean of purple lights, in a place where music is not measured by golden trophies, but by sincerity and genuine soul connection. Trophies will gather dust in display cases, Awards will fade into obscurity over time, but the courage to stand up and challenge an industry giant out in the open will be etched in history forever. Park Jimin, Kim Namjoon, Kim Seokjin, Min Yoongi, Hoseok, Kim Taeyang, and Jungkook. They no longer need a crown from a Western stage, because from the very beginning they were already the true kings. Thank you for watching this deep dive. What are your thoughts? Was this open rejection on Instagram the right move for BTS and HYBE? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow fans, and hit that subscribe button for more in-depth music analysis. Till next time, stay inspired.